Everyone claimed they didn't know where my husband of 10 years disappeared to. Now, as I'm about to get married to someone else, my mom suddenly wants to sit me down and tell me this. Let me start from the beginning. 3 years ago, my husband Matthew vanished without a trace. I woke up on a Tuesday morning and his side of the bed was cold. His running shoes were still by the door. His phone was charging on the nightstand. Even his wallet sat on the kitchen counter with everything inside. I called everyone. His work, his brother, his friends from Murphy's Bar. Everyone said the same thing. They had no idea where he went. I filed a missing person report, but Detective Reed basically shrugged it off. Adults have the right to leave, he said. No signs of struggle, probably just needed space. But I knew Matthew. We'd been together for 10 years. He didn't just need space. This wasn't like him at all. The first few months were torture. I'd jump every time the phone rang thinking it would be Matthew. I kept his coffee mug on the counter and bought his favorite cereal every week, just in case he came home. My sister moved in because I was barely eating. Friends set up search parties with flyers. The local news ran his photo, but nothing came of it. After months with zero leads, they moved his case to inactive status. That's when the real grief hit. I had to accept that Matthew was either dead or had abandoned me completely. I went to therapy twice a week and cried through most sessions. Dr. Lewis helped me process the trauma, but I still had nightmares. After a year and a half, I started dating again. My friend set me up with Lucas, a teacher at the local elementary school. He was patient, understanding, everything Matthew wasn't. Where Matthew was impulsive, Lucas was steady and thoughtful. Lucas never pushed me to talk about Matthew before I was ready. He'd hold me during bad days and never made me feel guilty for grieving. Slowly, I started feeling human again. We moved in together last year and he proposed on our anniversary. The wedding is in 3 weeks. I've got my dress, the venue is booked, Lucas's family is flying in from Oregon. I finally felt like my life was back on track. Then yesterday happened. My mom called around noon, voice all shaky. Honey, I need to see you right away. When I got to her house, she was pacing the living room, hands trembling, couldn't make eye contact. Mom, you're scaring me. She sat down and took a deep breath. I need to tell you something about Matthew. Something I should have told you 3 years ago. My blood went cold. What about Matthew? The day before he disappeared, he came to see me. He was crying, told me he'd been having an affair for almost 2 years with someone from work. The room was spinning. What? Her name was Christina. He said he fell in love with her and couldn't live with the guilt anymore, but was too much of a coward to face you. He begged me to tell you after he left town. I couldn't breathe. You knew this whole time? He made me promise to wait a few months, but then months turned into a year, and you were so broken already. I thought telling you would just make it worse. My own mother had watched me suffer for 3 years, knowing exactly why Matthew left. She'd sat through therapy sessions when I blamed myself. She'd held me while I cried about not being a good enough wife. So he's alive? He's been alive this whole time while I thought he might be dead? She nodded, tears streaming. He sent me a postcard last Christmas from Arizona. No return address. I stood up so fast the chair fell backward. I can't believe you kept this from me. So I was trying to protect you. Protect me? I spent 3 years thinking I failed as a wife. I blamed myself for not being enough. The worst part is I'm marrying Lucas in 3 weeks. This amazing man who helped me heal. And now I find out my entire relationship with him is built on a lie my mother helped maintain. I don't know what to feel anymore. Rage at Matthew for being a coward. Fury at my mom for her betrayal. Relief that he wasn't dead. Guilt that I'm about to marry someone else. Lucas deserves to know the truth before our wedding. But how do I tell him that my husband didn't disappear mysteriously? He just ran away with his mistress. My mom keeps calling, leaving voicemails saying she's sorry, but I can't even look at her right now. She stole 3 years of my life and let me live in this nightmare when the truth would have been painful but clean. I'm supposed to be finalizing wedding details. Instead, I'm questioning everything about the people closest to me.